Welcome back to Level Yourself. I am your host, Jans, alongside my beautiful lady, Liz. Hi,
Hi.
Liz.
Hi.
Hello. All right. So May is Mental Awareness Month, and you all know that Level Yourself is a communication platform where we can chat about some things, and we can also share some tips about whatever the subject is. And we'd like to always, try to help our audience and find ways to try to help each other and help us level yourself. And today we have a guest joining us, and her
Woo!
name is Carol O. Woo,
Woo! Carol. Welcome, Carol.
welcome, Carol.
Hi, guys, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for jumping on. So Carol is a licensed social worker. She has experience in the mental health field, and we wanted her to join us today, being that this is our monthly podcast, and May is mental health awareness month. And we wanted to talk a little bit about how, this pandemic is affecting everyone and our mental health, and how we can go about, helping each other and helping ourselves. So we thought, Carol would be a great person to join us. Thank you, Carol.
Not a problem.
Carol, with this pandemic going on, how do you think it is affecting everyone's mental health? Because I know it is. I know it's affecting mine.
Yeah.
Personally. So how do you see it being a mental health professional? How do you see it affecting everyone's mental health?
I think it's affecting people's mental health just because of the fact that, our lives are being interrupted, right? So where we normally would go to kind of express friends, family, outings, just the norm is totally disrupted. And then how do we try to keep some type of normalcy despite everything that's going on?
Right. Right.
Yeah,
So
'cause we're
what
not used to this. This is not
Not
something
at all.
we do.
No.
Yeah.
completely taken out of our normal elements, what tips do you think you could share with us and with the audience about how we can take care of our mental health during this time?
I think that it's important to do a lot of self-care. So
Okay.
when you think about self-care, you think about physical, right? You think about emotional, you think about social, you think about spiritual. So whether physical, meaning you go outside and run around the block, walk around the block, you change your eating habits. This is a great time to change your eating habits.
Yeah.
Because a lot of and may I say, for the better,
Right.
right? So not you.
Yes, because for some people it's the opposite. I mean, you're
Yeah.
home, you're eating, you're
Yes.
just sitting down.
Right. So this is a good time to probably get more water in your system, right?
Mhm.
This is a good time to maybe stay away from fried food, from snacking. Um, so, in regards to self-care, physical, when we're talking about emotional, this is the time where, instead of getting upset at everything and not really speaking to people and shutting down, this is the time where you're going to express more, communicate with others more, just get that emotional support. The same thing with social. You're not socializing as much. You're not able to go outside. So calling people on the phone, texting, um, hosting game night with your family weekly.
It's always fun.
It's always fun. Spiritually, and however that looks for you.
Right.
So whether you're just in meditation, whether now you want to do yoga, whether now you want to read. This is a good time if you want to look at positive quotes, right? Anything that's going to lift your spirits.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that it's everything you've mentioned. I mean, will definitely help someone, you know, stay in track and stay alive and stay present. I feel like during these times, a lot of us can lose ourselves in who we are because of everything that is probably happening around us and in our lives as well. So it can be a little consuming and overwhelming without us not even noticing that these things are happening. And every day, you know, we're starting to lose even track of what day is today, and even
Right.
those things, because I was out of track this whole week. I was like, what is today? But even those little things, I feel that can start affecting us, and we have to try to find ways to, you know, stay present. And would you say stay present and not forget who we are, and have some patience? That
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have patience, and also just really take heed to your body's cues, right? So once you start to think about you're getting short-tempered, right? Now people are annoying you who normally wouldn't. Um, you're noticing, like, I always call it my spidey senses, right? So I think I'm a very sensory kind of person. So when I feel certain things, like I'm feeling a little tense, I'm feeling a little like I got a lot going on in my head, then I know that's my spidey senses is kicking in to tell me to do something else, right? So when we think about sensory, I like candles. I like the smell of candles. The smell of candles makes me feel like I'm in control of something, as weird as it may sound, but it makes me feel in control. I feel that when I smell candles, everything is clean and everything is right in the world. Somehow it calms me.
That's good.
Right?
That's good.
Noise. Like sometimes if it's too much going on and it's too noisy, I can feel my spidey senses kicking in, which is telling me I'm getting annoyed, right? I'm feeling uneasy. So now I have to go and take a walk. I need silence. I need to lock myself in the bathroom for 10 minutes with the shower running. Take a long shower, warm, long shower. Lay down for 10 minutes with maybe a sleep mask, right? To kind of block everything out, light, and whatever it is that some people need sunlight, right? Because the darkness does something to them, makes you feel uneasy, and these things, so you go outside and you get your sunlight.
Right.
So I think that also a lot of sensory stuff is important with self-care.
Yeah. You know, I feel like even those tips right there are great for everybody. And especially like those moms that are at home with the kids all day and trying to cope with their kids and their own work if they're working on, from home. And those who are not even working from home, like if they're just doing like the mom duties, it's still a lot. I feel like it's still a lot. And those are some good tips for them to like step away for a minute before you kill somebody, right? Like,
right.
It's true, so that you don't blow up and you don't lose it and you don't do something that you might regret later.
Yeah.
And like you said, just knowing those like I said, just knowing those things within you, those, like I said, spidey senses that's telling you I need to step away now because I'm going to yell at somebody, right? This darkness, being in this house where it's dark, I need to get outside. I need that light, because something's feeling uneasy. I'm about to yell at somebody I normally wouldn't yell at just because they asked me what time it was. That means I need silence. That means that I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So do things that
I
make
like
you
that.
feel good.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
use that. I'm gonna use that Spidey sense thing.
I say it all the time.
I really,
that's
I-
huge.
right?
Yeah, that's like gold right there. Listening to yourself and then acting on it. I love that. Making sure you act on it, not just listening to your spidey senses, but then act on it because
And knowing that you're experiencing a spidey sense,
Right.
Mhm,
right?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And I know I mentioned like those people who are inside their homes, but there's also those people that are outside and like working in the fields, and like those essential workers. It's important for them to help to also, yes, they're working all day, but feel like they also need to step away for a minute and breathe, and not, because I feel like seeing it and living it can definitely affect somebody. Would you say so?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I I always say, oh my God, what is it? Put your own oxygen on first, right? I always think about when I'm on an airplane and they do the whole oxygen thing and how to save your family and your kids, And I used to always say, oh, I have to hurry up and put the oxygen on the kids and my husband and, help them out. But the truth of the matter is, I have to put my oxygen mask on first. Because if I'm not good, I can't take care of them. I can't help them.
That's a good one.
Good.
I have to put my
That's
mask on
true.
first. Right.
Yeah.
So those essential workers who are out there and they're giving their all, right? They're selfless,
Mhm.
Mhm.
pretty much is huge. But if you're giving so much of yourself and you're not taking care of yourself and you're not shutting certain things down, what about you? Like, what about, how do you, and you become, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're leaving your immune system open to everything.
Right.
So you're more prone to take in all the
Yeah.
negativity. You're more prone to take in disease. You're more prone to everything. So, you have to take care of yourself first.
Yeah. 'Cause
Right.
otherwise,
Put your mask on first, people. Your
yeah.
oxygen mask, put it on.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's
I feel like
another
I'm
one I'm
about to fly
taking.
somewhere.
I'm taking the Spidey sense. I'm taking your own oxygen mask.
All
I'm
right.
loving it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I was looking at something today and I was like, I'm going to use that. So what I saw was self-care is giving the best of you instead of what's left of you.
Oh,
Hold that in your pockets.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
yeah,
like that.
Mm-hmm.
it's true.
It
Very true.
is.
It's true. And again, just knowing in those spidey senses, just knowing within yourself that something doesn't feel right. You're about to lose it. You're about to snap. You're about to, check out in the way that you're not being present. Knowing that and being okay with, yeah, I need 5 minutes. I need whatever. I need 10 minutes. I need to lay down and close my eyes. Even if I don't fall asleep, I need to take that walk just to clear my head. I need to get that run. I need to physically take care of myself. I need to drink a gallon of water today. This is my goal because I feel like I'm going to feel better. I did something good for my body. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to pray. I'm going to buy candles. Whatever it is that makes you
Yeah,
feel good
yeah.
about yourself.
No, those are some really, really good things to follow. Yeah, and we have to try to stay alive and stay strong and stay healthy.
Yeah. Well, you heard it first from the professional, Carol O, telling us about some mental health tips, which is definitely useful. We'll make sure that we post these tips onto Level Yourself onto our social media and onto our YouTube. It was extremely important for us to touch on this subject, especially being that it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Thank you so much, Carol, for being on the podcast with us. We really appreciate it. We appreciate your tips. They were definitely quality tips that we will make sure that we share.
Yeah, thank you so much, Carol. It was very helpful. We really do appreciate it.
I hope so. Thank you for inviting me.
All right.
Thank you. Tune in to the next Level Yourself.